Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anish Reddy, Professor and Consultant at Jain College of Engineering, Belgavi. So today we will start with session 11 on manufacturing control and automation. So in today's session we will start with the automation part. So we will try to cover automation basics, what are the principal strategy of automation, basic elements of automated system, advanced automation function, levels of automation and introduction to automation productivity. So let's start. So what do you mean by automation? So automation can be defined as the technology by which process or procedure is accomplished without human assistance. It is implemented using program of instruction combined with a control system that execute the instructions. To automate a process, power is required. The power can be a mechanical power or an electrical power to operate the program and to control the system. Okay. So this is the basic automation control system in a production system. So you can see the components. So this is a manufacturing operation. Then there is a manufacturing system, automation and technologies to control this one. Then material handling, again there we can use automation. Then there is a quality control and manufacturing support system. So all this manufacturing system, it will be at enterprise level, or I can say very high level jobs, and this one is at factory level. Okay, so automation can be of two types. So you can see at factory level, for example, I can have automation in complete material handling. I can have automation, I loading unloading during manufacturing time. I can have automation. I can have automation in quality control. Then what about entrepreneurship automation? So this automation can be, for example, a person gets the order, immediately it should get processed at enterprise level and sent for the factory for the production. And the time it is about to get over, it should send a signal to the enterprise level to pick up and deliver to the customer. Okay. So there are three basic elements of automated system. One is the power, second is the program of instruction, and third is the control system. Okay. So what is the power? An automated system is used to operate some processes, and power is required to drive this process as well as control. The principal source of power is automated is electricity. Many times we are using also mechanical powers. Okay. So power for the process, for example, okay, so I have different processes. For casting, the power is thermal. We have to melt the metal and pour into a molding. Electrical discharge machining, it will work. The main source of power is electricity. Forging, we need huge amount of hammer, so there is a mechanical power. Heat treatment, we need the thermal power. Injection, both thermal, it should be heated and mechanically pressed through the respective die. So thermal and mechanical. For laser cutting, light and thermal mechanical. Sheet or punching, it is mechanical. For welding, it is a thermal, and in some cases we are using thermal plus mechanical power. Okay. So what about power for automation? Above and beyond the basic power requirement for manufacturing operation, and additional power is required for automation. The additional power is used for control unit. We need the power. We need the power to actuate the control signals. We also need the power for data acquisition system and information processing system. Now there are parameters for advanced automation functions. So first is safety monitoring. Why we need the safety? To protect human workers in the vicinity of the system, to protect the equipment comprising the system. So that's why we need the safety monitoring system. The safety monitoring system is programmed to respond to unsafe condition in some appropriate way. Possible response to various hazards includes one or following: completely stopping the automated system, sounding an alarm, reducing the operating speed of the process, taking corrective actions to recover from the safety violation. For example, sound an alarm. For example, we can say, okay, whenever the part is over, it can send a signal or send an alarm, or okay, when electricity is going, there may be alarm. Okay, or if you are coming in a vicinity of the system, it can stop by automated system by giving the signal and other things. Okay. Next is the maintenance and repair diagnosis. So maintenance and repair diagnosis refers to the capability of an automated system to assist in identifying the source of potential or actual malfunctioning and failure of the system. There are three modes typically used for maintenance and repair diagnosis, that is status monitoring, failure diagnosis, and recommendation of repairing procedure. Okay, so first is you have to monitor the system so that you can come to know where the failure is there. Once you get the failure, you have to diagnose it and suggest the uh, procedure to repair it. So status monitoring serves two more important functions in the machine diagnosis. First, providing information for diagnosis a current failure and providing a data to predict a future malfunction or failure also. Error detection and recovery. The error detection step uses automated system available sensor to determine when a deviation or malfunction has occurred, interrupt the sensors or classify the errors. The possible error can be classified into three categories. One is it may be a random error or a systematic error or a aberration also. So these are the possible errors in an automated machine cell. For example, in machine and process, the possible error may be a loss of power, power overload. Okay, so maybe you are giving a more depth of cut, thermal deflections, cutting temperature is too high because you may not be using any coolant or anything. Okay, for cutting tool breakage, tool wear, vibration, tool not present, wrong tool, that may be the possible. Work holding fixtures, there may be a possible error, so the parts are not fixed, clamps are not actuated, so then you will get an error signal, or part deflection during the machining, you will get a error signal, chip causing the location of the problem. Part storage unit category, work parts are not present, wrong work parts, oversized parts. Suppose a robot is keeping anything on a shelf and the weight of the part it is lifting, it is more, that time errors. Loading and unloading issues with the robot also. Now error recovery is concerned with applying the necessary correction action to overcome the errors and bring the system back to normal. So that is the main objective. The problem of designing an error recovery system focus on diversifying appropriate strategies and procedure that will either correct or compensate for the errors that can occur in the process. Generally, a specific recovery strategy or procedure must be designed for each different errors. There are different strategies can be classified as make an adjustment at the end of the current working cycle, or make an adjustment during the current, or stop the process to invoke corrective action, and stop the process and call for help. Second, error recovery in automated machine cell, possible corrective action that might be taken in response to error detected during the operation. So this is just an example given. Okay, suppose for example we have got an error saying the part dropped by robot during the pickup. So reach for the another part, that may be the solution. Start working work part is oversized. Adjust a part program to take a preliminary machining pass across the working surface. Cutting temperatures too high, reduce the cutting speed. Cutting tool failed, replace the cutting tool with another sharp tool. No more parts in the storage unit, call the operator to resupply the starting work parts. So these are the different errors detected and possible corrective action to recover the process. Now the next level is level of automation. So you can see there are 5 levels of automation. First is the device level, which is related to sensor, actuator and other hardwares. Machine level, which is related to individual machine. Cell or system level, where group of machines are there. Plant level, that is the production system, and the enterprise level, that is the corporate level. At the device level, this is the lowest level in the automation hierarchy. It includes actuators, sensors and other hardware components that comprises the machine level. The devices are combined into individual control loops for the machine. For example, feedback control loop of one axis of CNC machine or one joint of a industrial robot. Second is the machine level. Hardware at the device level is assembled into an individual machine. Example includes CNC machine tool, similar production equipment, industrial robot, power conveyor, automated guideways, all comes under the machine level. Control functions at this level include performing the sequence of steps in the program of instruction in the corrective order and make sure that each step is properly executed. For example, if I give a CNC program and fed to the CNC turning machine, it should do the complete process. So then I can achieve this machine level automation. Next is the cell level. So this type of manufacturing a cell which operates under the instruction from the plant level. A manufacturing cell or a system is a group of machines or workstation connected and supported by a material handling system, computer and other equipment appropriate for manufacturing process. Production lines are included in this level. Function includes parts, dispatching, machine loading, coordination, machining, material handling, etc. So I can say at cell level, this may be a production line of a complete car. So once the car and one part of the car starts for manufacturing, let's say we are taking chassis first, then we are adding engine, then adding the other body, then adding all electrical. So that will come at different station, will be at different machine level, form at different levels, and then they totally form a complete cell. Plant level, this is the factory or production system. It receives instruction from the corporate office, okay, and translate that into operation plans for production. Likely function include order processing, processing plant, inventory, all this stuffs. So this will be directly linked to the enterprise. So suppose I got a order for a product. So at plant level I decide, then I decide which are the machines I have to use, then each machine what they have to produce and what are the hardware or tools needed. Last is the enterprise level. This is the highest level consists of corporate information system. It is concerned with all functions necessary to manage the company: marketing, sales, accounting, design, research, aggregative planning, master production, scheduling. So in today's class we saw the basics of automations, different level of automations. So in the next class we will be dealing with all control system. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you can mail me on the above email ID or you can text me on this mobile number as well. Thank you everyone. I request everyone to subscribe for the channel.